Quick portfolio check. Holistic Vet site is in remediation, resubmitting to AdSense this week for approval. Splashpad site is still in AdSense review 2 weeks in.
3 weeks ago, Google rejected my biggest site for low value content. That's the rejection nobody on YouTube talks about because it doesn't make a great clip. I'm going to tell you about it anyway, because what happened next changed how the whole portfolio works. The rejection didn't break the site. It made every site I run a little bit better. And it surfaced something I didn't know I had access to until last week. This is what AI workflow looks like when it's actually working. Here's the short version. Holistic Vet Directory got rejected. The reason? Too many of the 3,000 pages on the site were templated content that looks similar to other pages. Google said, basically, this doesn't add enough unique value for ads. So I asked Claude Code, in this case Opus 4.7, to audit the site. It found the problems. I shipped the fixes. Then I had a thought. I run 4 other sites with the same architecture. They probably have the same problems. So I asked my Claude Code to take the diagnosis from the rejected site and audit a different site against it. Same patterns, different code base, same risk. And the audit came back, yes, there's a doorway page problem on dog groomer locator too. But also, the site has a real growth signal that uniform fixes would damage. The audit didn't just find the problems, it found which fixes were safe to ship and which ones needed a guardrail. That's a level of nuance no human auditor would deliver in 2 hours. The rejection became a reusable diagnostic. Hi, I'm Digital Kevin. The real Kevin is working behind the scenes and he reads all of your comments. If you want more real-world implementations, practical AI builds, and the stuff that actually holds up outside a toy demo, go ahead and like the video or subscribe to the channel. Now, back to this episode. Here's the part I didn't see coming. This week, I pulled a new report from Bing's Webmaster Tools, one I'd never looked at before. It's called AI Performance. It tracks how often Microsoft Copilot, that's Bing's AI assistant, references your site when answering people's questions. I checked the numbers across all 5 sites. Last 20 days. Holistic Vet Directory has been cited 1,400 times, 68 different pages in 20 days. The homepage alone got 210 citations. Microsoft Copilot is treating my vet directory as a primary source when it answers people's questions about holistic vets. Senior Home Care Finder, the site that has earned a total of 2 clicks from Google, has been cited 400 times by Microsoft Copilot, while Google's still figuring out what the site is. Across all 5 sites, I have over 2,000 AI citations in the last 3 weeks. I had no idea this was happening until I pulled the report. This is a third search channel. It's not Google. It's not Bing. It's the AI assistant layer on top of Bing, the layer that more and more people are starting to ask questions instead of typing them into a search bar. If you're running a website and you're not checking your AI performance report, you're missing a real source of authority signal. The data was there for free in a tab I'd never clicked, surfacing patterns I couldn't see anywhere else. Let me run the portfolio quickly. 5 sites, different stories. Holistic Vet Directory, rejected 3 weeks ago. Fixes shipped, resubmitting to AdSense in the next few days. Bing is delivering 10 times more clicks than Google for this site. Microsoft Copilot is citing it dozens of times a day. The Google rejection is real, but it's about Google, not about whether the site has an audience. Splashpad Locator. Application submitted 2 weeks ago, still in review. 5th straight week of growth on Google. Memorial Day is in 3 weeks. That's the seasonal peak this site was built for. Decisions should land before then. Dog groomer locator. Just had its biggest week ever. Clicks up 400%. The fixes shipped last week need 4 to 6 weeks for Google to fully process before submission. Pushing the AdSense application to early June. Worth the wait. Senior Home Care Finder earned its first Google clicks this week. 2 of them. after 6 weeks of zero, but 400 citations from Microsoft Copilot during that same window. AI search noticed the site before Google did. Smart Investor, the newest site, heavy redesign, strong opening data, 36 clicks in 15 days. But also, I discovered today that the analytics tag had been silently broken for 17 days. The knowledge base caught it because Search Console said clicks were happening and analytics said 0 users. Two systems disagreed. The disagreement was the diagnosis. The fix took 5 minutes once I found it. The bug had been there since the redesign launched. So here's what I've learned in 3 weeks. A rejection isn't the end of the story. It's diagnostic input. If you treat it as data instead of as failure, it improves every other thing you're working on. A rejection from one search engine doesn't mean the site is bad. Same URLs, same content, completely different evaluations on Google versus Bing versus Microsoft Copilot. The site you build is a different site to each of them. And the most useful tool isn't any single AI. It's the combination: code level review, search engine policy review, cross-site audit, traffic data verification, AI search citation tracking, running together in a knowledge base that connects them. That's the whole project. 5 directory sites, 1 knowledge base, multiple AI workflows. Each one catches what the others miss. I'll know in the next 2 weeks how the AdSense decisions land. Holistic Vet Directory resubmitting. Splashpad Locator awaiting decision. Smart Investor coming up next. If you're running directory sites or any site at scale, the next time you get a rejection, read the diagnosis carefully and apply it everywhere it might be true, not just on the site that got rejected. And check your Bing AI performance report. You probably have data there you've never seen. Thanks for watching.
Holistic Vet site is in remediation, resubmitting to AdSense this week for approval. Splashpad site is still in AdSense review 2 weeks in. The dog groomer site's audit caught problems we didn't expect. That submission moves to early June. The AI agents and I are all over this and back on track.